Shalom, Tawab Allah, which means good night in the Hebrew. I like to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham, or Kaha Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders and CT bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching this word of truth and sincerity around the four corners. You know, like Elder Malcolm always says, risking their lives and freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that live amongst the heathen, that look like those heathen. You got to remember, like Elder Malcolm always taught us, this is not a black-only thing. It's an Israelite thing. So you're going to have Israelites that's going to come back into the fold looking like these other nations. So shalom to the speckled bird. And peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Akwath that listen and learn in silence. You know, shalom to the true believers, the true worshipers of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahawashi. Those are the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. You know, try to make this quick, fast, and straight to the point because I got to head to the plantation. I got to leave a little earlier than expected. You know, you don't work, you don't eat. So when duty calls, you gotta rise up to the challenge, I guess. But I was watching videos all day. I didn't really have a topic in hand. I just got a couple scriptures I was meditating on. Actually, the topic I wanted to talk about is feeding the sheep. And I'm gonna get a couple scriptures. Dealing with feeding the sheep. The Lord's will is to be edifying. First scripture I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna try to flow for like 10 minutes because I really, anything more than that is pushing it. But it's all good. We're gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna get this real quick. First scripture I'm gonna get. This is John, the 21st chapter. It's starting at the 15th verse. And as you can see, it says the love motivation. You see? And matter of fact, before I get that, let me get this. Let me get this. This is the love motivation. This is the love motivation. And first, in order to have a love motivation, you got to know what love is. And this is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, and it reads, "For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous." You see? So that's the true love of Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, that you keep the Lord's commandments, and they're not grievous. Just had to put that out there first and foremost. A little tidbit. Lessons within lessons. Or, nice breakdowns within lessons. This is John 21, and this is the book of St. John, chapter 21, verse 15. And it reads, "So when they had dined, Yahawashi saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he saith unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he saith unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawashi saith unto him, Feed my sheep. You see, so he said to him 3 times. And if you know anything about the numbers, number 3 is understanding. So you gotta understand that if you love the Yahawashi, you're gonna feed his sheep. if you love Yahawashi, you're gonna feed his sheep. And so that's what we're here to do. Let me get another scripture that proves that. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. And it reads, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." You see? And pastors, they they look after the sheep. They look after the flock, the congregation. And the Lord is saying that he will give you pastors according to his heart. And heart in the Hebrew is lab, which is your mind. So the Lord is going to give you pastors according to his mind, that follow the law, statutes, and commandments, that's going to feed you with knowledge and understanding. You see? So this is, like it said in the book of John, if you love the Lord, you're going to feed his sheep. Let me see if I can get this. Because if you don't, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Got that from the movie Friday. There's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 16. And it reads, "For though," this is Apostle Paul speaking to the Israelites in Corinth. It says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of." Yeah, so, we're commanded to preach. But that doesn't mean we boast in preaching. Like, we don't big ourselves up. We're doing what we were commanded to do. And it's our reasonable service, making our bodies a living sacrifice. Like it tells you in Romans, the 12th chapter. It says, For necessity is laid upon me, yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel." And woe means destruction. So you're going to get destroyed if you don't preach the gospel, Yeah, that's just as simple and plain. Like, there's no way around it. And we have good examples of preaching the word, starting with the apostles and elders and CT bishops of Great Millstone. They've been doing this longer than most brothers have been alive. Apostle Tahar, 40 years, actually 41, because I believe he said he started in the springtime of 85. We're in the springtime of 26, so that's 41 years. And you also got Apostle Gabar, 35 years. He said he started in the summer of 1990. You got Apostle Arakar. I believe he's also 35 years. And Apostle Aramlab is like 32, 33, 34 years. So and then you got the bishops, the elder bishops, they've been doing it 30 years. So they got they got some time under their belt. The YouTube era next year, I believe next year it'll be 20 years. That it'll be 20 years since the first batch of believers on the YouTube, the elder bros. It'll be 2 decades for them next year. You see, so they definitely got some time in this. Let me see. Let me get one more and then I'm out of here. Actually, I think I'll get 2 more. This is the book of Matthew chapter 10. And starting at 5, it says, "These 12 Yahawashi sent forth, commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." See, so when people ask why we don't preach to the heathen, this is exactly why. It's commanded of us not to. We are only to preach to our people, because this is who the law, statutes, and commandments was made for. It wasn't made for nobody else. It says, "And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give." And all these are metaphors for teaching the word. You see? You basically give them the breakdowns, you know. Yeah, and his literal sense too. Because, Lord willing, the Lord give us that spiritual power. We're going to do these things in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, Like it tells you in Timothy, preach the word in season and out of season, So, just a couple precepts I was meditating on. Lord's will, you was edified. So next time I'm going to say shalom to the elect.